गुड मॉर्निंग। क्या कर रहे थे लास्ट हम? आई थिंक केमिकल बॉन्डिंग में वी वर डूइंग पीवीटी सा कर लिया हमने, मॉलिक्यूल्स और उनके स्ट्रक्चर्स कर रहे थे हम। ठीक है। बेंट्स रूल किया था ना हमने। ठीक। ड्रैगोस रूल भी किया था। कंपैरिजन ऑफ बॉन्ड लेंथ, बॉन्ड एंगल्स, बॉन्ड एनर्जीज हो गया है। विरोक बोल, क्या बोल रहा है? ये बुकलेट में डाउट्स हैं?
No, sir, assignment and weekly as well.
वीके जायसवाल विल डिस्कस लेटर।
So assignment पे I have posted grade.
असाइनमेंट में बता देता हूँ। 1 सेकेंड। लेट मी ओपन द असाइनमेंट। क्या डाउट है असाइनमेंट में, बोलो।
So 3.7, 3.8 and 3.11.
3.7, 3.8 एंड 3.11। ठीक है, 1 सेकेंड। थ्री पॉइंट सेवन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज ट्रू? मृगा, 1 मिनट रुक जा, विरोक के डाउट्स कर लेता हूँ, फिर उसके बाद बात करते हैं, ठीक है? ऑल द कार्बन एटम्स इन, हाँ, इसमें क्या डाउट है 3.7 में?
So structure of C2H2C and whole twice. sir.
Okay.
This card, I drew a very tentative structure. I was not sure about that, and also I got the answer to be B.
Okay. देखो C2H2CN2, we can think of C2H4, C double bond C and 2 hydrogen atoms. This is C2H4. Substitute any 2 hydrogen atoms by cyanide groups. Substitute any 2 hydrogen atoms by cyanide groups. We'll get C2H2CN2. हो जाएगा अभी?
Yes, sir.
That's it ना?
Sir, and 3.8 and 1.1.
3.8 I think अब हो जाना चाहिए. P4O6, P4O10 करा दिया मैंने.
Sir, so 2 types of PO bond lengths, I think आपने वो.
There is a double bond.
Yes, sir.
And there are single bonds. So there are 2 types of bond length ना?
Okay, okay. अच्छा वैसे. And 3.11.
3.8 is also done. 8 doubts है ना 3.8 में देख.
Yes, sir.
We have double bonds and single bonds.
Okay, sir. तो different bond length हो जाएगी because bond order is different.
एक second. तो ये वाला भी हो गया. नेक्स्ट कौन सा बोल रहा था?
1.1. सर उसमें I think मैंने कोई mistake की है, तो answer has been written wrong in the answer key.
Choose the molecules in which hybridization occurs in the ground state. ठीक है, ये भी एक अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. ठीक है. If you look at BCl3, बोरोन कितने बॉन्ड्स बना रहा है? 3 बॉन्ड्स बना रहा है ना?
3 sigma bonds and 0 lone pairs. तो
हाँ,
sp.
तो ठीक है. 3 सिग्मा बॉन्ड्स बनाने के लिए, 3 बॉन्ड्स बनाने के लिए we need 3 half filled orbitals.
Yes, sir.
बोरोन का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन देखेंगे. बोरोन इज S2 and P1, outermost shell, 2s2 2p1. So in the ground state it has only 1 half filled orbital na?
Yes, sir.
In the ground state it can form only 1 bond. An electron must go to the excited state for formation of 3 bonds. The molecule
ground state
bond hybridization occurs in ground state. No, it cannot occur in ground state. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
फिर इस तरह से NH3 चेक करेंगे. NH3 में भी नाइट्रोजन इज फॉर्मिंग 3 बॉन्ड्स. अभी नाइट्रोजन का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखेंगे. नाइट्रोजन इज 2s2 2p3. So there are 3 half filled orbitals available for forming 3 bonds. ठीक है. There are 3 half filled orbitals available. तो ground state में इसमें hybridization होगा. ठीक है. In the ground state 3 bonds can be formed.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. Similarly PCl3 देखेंगे. तो PCl3 phosphorus is 3s2 3p3. So this also has 3 half filled orbitals in the ground state, can form 3 bonds. तो इसमें भी hybridization ground state में हो सकता है. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
अभी BeF2 देखेंगे. Beryllium is 2s2 no half filled orbital. The electron must be excited to 2p for having 2 half filled orbitals. तो beryllium में ground state में नहीं होगा, excited state में होगा. ठीक है. क्लियर है ये?
Yes, sir.
और कोई डाउट है?
No, sir. बस वो वीकेजेस पर मैं थोड़े से
उसके लिए अलग से मैं शेड्यूल करता हूँ. डाउट लेक्चर तुम लोग का शेड्यूल हो नहीं रहा है. ठीक है. तुम लोग का वीक में कभी फ्री रहता है? बता वीरो, कब शेड्यूल करूँ? फ्राइडे शेड्यूल करूँ?
जनरली तो फ्राइडे को होता था. फ्राइडे की आफ्टरनून.
फ्राइडे आफ्टरनून शेड्यूल करता हूँ मैं एक डाउट लेक्चर. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
तो फ्राइडे आफ्टरनून डाउट लेक्चर ऐसा 2 o'clock ऐसा कुछ मैं देख लेता हूँ, अपना शेड्यूल देख लेता हूँ. फ्राइडे आफ्टरनून एक डाउट लेक्चर शेड्यूल कर दूंगा, फिर उसमें डाउट्स कर देंगे. ठीक है.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
हाँ, किसी और को कुछ बोलना? मृगय, यू वांट टू स्पीक? बोल मृगय. ठीक है. और किसी को कुछ बोलना है? कोई बात नहीं. Patil, Aditya Patil, you wanted to speak something? ठीक. बोलो आदित्य, क्या डाउट है? यू मे रेज योर हैंड्स. ओके, इट गॉट क्लियर्ड, वेरी गुड. ठीक है, तो लेट अस स्टार्ट विथ टुडेज लेक्चर. One second. क्या मेंशन है सिलेबस में संडे TWT के लिए? ठीक है, मैं देख लेता हूँ. केमिकल बॉन्डिंग तो काफ़ी बचा हुआ है अभी तो. देख लेता हूँ, मैं बात कर लूँगा. तो पीरियोडिक कर लेना तुम लोग भी, मैं एक बार पूछ लूँगा. ठीक है, आई विल कंफर्म यू ऑन द इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. VSCPR तो कर लिया हमने. ठीक है, VSCPR कर लिया है, तो देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. अगर VSCPR तक आएगा तो हम कर लेंगे. ठीक है ना? आई विल कंफर्म दिस. पीरियोडिक आ सकता है ना, पीरियोडिक तो वेरी मच रिलेटेड टू केमिकल बॉन्डिंग. तो आई थिंक केमिकल बॉन्डिंग के किसी भी TWTs में यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम पीरियोडिक टेबल. We were doing structures of some molecules. P4 we did, P4O6, P4O10 we did. Okay. Let's start with chemical bonding lecture 11. Let us continue with structures. Let's talk about some oxyacids of phosphorus. Oxyacids of phosphorus. One, we have H3PO4. H3PO4 known as phosphoric acid. Structure is phosphorus double bond O and 3 single bond OH. It has 3 ionizable hydrogen atoms. It is a tri-basic acid. ठीक है, phosphorus is sp3 hybridized. ठीक है, tri-basic. H3PO4 is a tri-basic acid. Then we'll talk about H3PO3. H3PO3 is known as phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid structure is, it has only two OH groups. One hydrogen is directly bonded to phosphorus. It is a dibasic acid. Only the hydrogen atoms bonded to oxygen are ionizable. It is a dibasic acid. Then we have H3PO2. H3PO2 is hypophosphorus acid. It is a monobasic acid. Despite having 3 hydrogen atoms, only 1 hydrogen is ionizable. So basicity of an acid is the number of ionizable hydrogen atoms per molecule. Basicity is number of ionizable hydrogen per molecule. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट देखो. Next we have metaphosphoric acid. Metaphosphoric acid is HPO3. It exists in 2 different forms. Mainly 2 different forms. एक है HPO3 whole 3, which is also called as the cyclic trimer. The structure is, it has a ring of alternate phosphorus and oxygen atoms. Each phosphorus is bonded to 1 double bond O and is single bonded to 3 oxygen. Basic structural unit is same as H3PO4. And then it also exists in a linear polymeric form. Okay, these are the 2 forms in which metaphosphoric acids exist. Oxyacids of sulfur. Sulfuric acid. sulfuric acid H2SO4, sulfur double bond O, 2 double bond O and 2 single bond OH. This is sulfuric acid. जल्दी नोट करो. Then we have sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid is H2SO3. There will be a lone pair on sulfur, 2 double bond, 1 double bond O and 2 single bond OH. Then we have pyrosulfuric acid or oleum. This is H2S2O7. This is pyrosulfuric acid H2S2O7. We have Carose acid H2SO5. This is peroxy monosulfuric acid. This has one peroxide group. ऐसा कुछ स्ट्रक्चर होता है. Peroxide is containing an oxygen-oxygen bond. Oxygen-oxygen link is often called as a peroxy link. Then we have Marshall's acid. Marshall's acid formula is H2S2O8. This is called peroxy disulfuric acid. इसका स्ट्रक्चर मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में बताता हूँ. टर्न करूं. Let us look at the structure of peroxydisulfuric acid, H2S2O8. It has a peroxy link between two sulfuric acid molecules. This is H2S2O8. These are some some oxy acids of sulfur. Next, we'll discuss SO3 whole 3, cyclic trimer of SO3. At room temperature, SO3 exists in this form. And is a solid. The structure is somewhat similar to HPO3 whole 3. Each sulfur is bonded to 2 double bond O and 2 single bond O. This is the structure of SO3 whole 3. Then we'll talk about some silicates. Silicates में सबसे पहले we'll talk about orthosilicate. Orthosilicate is SiO4 4 minus. Each silicon bonded to 4 oxygen with a negative charge on each of the oxygen atoms. It's a tetrahedral structure. Often it is also represented by drawing a tetrahedral. This is a tetrahedral structure. ठीक है, कुछ ऐसे भी represent करते हैं. बीच में डॉट से हम सिलिकॉन represent करेंगे. सिलिकॉन is somewhere in the center of this tetrahedral. ठीक है, तो these are not bonds. ये जो मैंने ड्रॉ किया, एक सेकंड रुकना. This simply represents the tetrahedral, 3-dimensional tetrahedral structure. ये bonds नहीं है, येलो में जो ड्रॉ किया मैंने. These are not bonds. ठीक है, तो this represents the tetrahedral structure. तो silicate को हम ऐसे भी represent करते हैं. On each of the oxygen atoms will have some negative charge. So in this representation, dot is the silicon atom, circle is the oxygen atom. This notation is also used for silicates. Orthosilicate is SiO4 minus. Turn करूं? Next देखो. Then we have pyrosilicate is Si2O7 6 minus. two oxygen atoms, sorry, two tetrahedral units are interlinked by one common oxygen. So there's one oxygen that is shared between two tetrahedral units. So we'll represent Si2O76 minus by this structure. In the tetrahedral form, we also draw it like this. And we have cyclic silicates. Cyclic silicates, ट्राइसिलिकेट. साइक्लिक सिलिकेट्स का जनरल फॉर्मूला होता है SiNO3N 2N-. ट्राइसिलिकेट विल बी Si3O9 6-. कुछ ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर होता है. There are three tetrahedral units interlinked like this. The shared oxygen atoms will not have any negative charge. The unshared oxygen atoms will have negative charge. So trisilicate is Si3O9 6-. टर्न करूं. एक हेक्सागोनल सिलिकेट भी देख लो. हेक्सागोनल सिलिकेट विल बी Si6O1812 minus. ऐसे हेक्सागन के 6 साइड्स के along we'll draw a tetrahedral structure. Along all the 6 sides of the hexagon we'll draw a tetrahedral structure. This is the structure of hexagonal silicate. All the unshared oxygen atoms will have negative charge. Resulting in a total of 12 negative charge. ठीक है. And one more will do. Linear chain silicates. Linear chain silicates also have a similar formula. SiO32 minus whole N. This is the structure of a linear chain silicate. There are some other silicates also, but अभी के लिए इतना ही करेंगे. हो गया. नेक्स्ट देखो, an important molecule we'll talk about is PF5, phosphorus pentafluoride. Expectedly, PF5 should have two different types of bonds. Look at the hybridization, should be, it's at sp3d and should have two different PF bond lengths as per the structure. Bracket में लिख लो equatorial and axial. ठीक है, should have had ऐसे लिख लो, should have had. But it has been found that all PF bonds in PF5 are identical. This is explained by a phenomena called as pseudo-Berry rotation. What happens in pseudo-Berry rotation मैं explain करता हूँ. In the pseudo-Berry rotation, the axial and equatorial fluorine atoms can change their positions. ठीक है? It occurs very rapidly, where the axial and equatorial fluorine atoms change their positions. It goes into a square pyramidal geometry कुछ ऐसे represent करेंगे. एक सेकंड रुकना. And then again it results in formation of ये trigonal bipyramidal से it converts into a square pyramidal arrangement. Then again it converts into another trigonal bipyramidal arrangement. It keeps on interconverting between a trigonal bipyramidal and square pyramidal arrangement, such that the axial and equatorial fluorine atoms are constantly changing their positions. The axial and equatorial fluorine atoms are constantly changing their positions. Effectively, the bond lengths become identical. This is trigonal bipyramidal. It's also trigonal bipyramidal, and this is square pyramidal. In the pseudo-Berry rotation, a trigonal bipyramidal geometry is rapidly converting into square pyramidal, is rapidly converting into another trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Okay. So due to this, there's a constant interconversion between the axial and equatorial fluorine atoms. They are constantly interchanging their positions, and as a result, okay, the bond lengths become identical. आ रहा है समझ में? Solid PCl5 has two different hybridization, not solid PF5. बोलो आदित्य क्या बोल रहा है?
So for like all pseudo rotation molecules, all of them will have the same bond length, right? Doesn't matter what shape they change into.
Normally, other than this trigonal bipyramidal, when we talked about tetrahedral, when we talked about octahedral, we didn't talk about two different bond lengths. Na? Tetrahedral, octahedral, all positions are equivalent. Only in this trigonal bipyramidal geometry, we have equatorial and axial positions where axial bonds are longer and weaker than equatorial bonds. Okay. This is a very unique case. So we will not generalize this pseudo rotation to every molecule unless पहले से बताऊंगा नहीं तब तक हमें pseudo rotation का concept apply नहीं करना है. For now, we'll consider only this as the example of pseudo rotation.
So it will only apply pseudo rotation to PFI right now.
Till now,
right?
yes. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
I don't think there is any other molecule which is in our syllabus in which we have to study this concept pseudo rotation. ठीक है? Next, let us do some questions, reasoning based questions. SF6 exists, but SCl6 does not exist. Explain why. SF6 exists, but HCl6 does not exist. Explanation देखो. SF6 has a sulfur atom surrounded by 6 fluorine atoms. Okay. An octahedral geometry. But if you look at SCl6, sulfur atom surrounded by 6 larger chlorine atoms. Chlorine atoms are much larger. And because of larger size of chlorine, the chlorine-chlorine repulsion will make it HCl6 unstable. We'll say that larger size of chlorine makes arranging 6 chlorine around a single sulfur atom very difficult. Around a single sulfur, very difficult. Due to repulsions between nearby chlorine atoms, SCl6 is unstable and cannot exist. ठीक है. Such repulsions are often also called as steric repulsions. Such repulsions between electron cloud of nearby atoms or groups are called steric repulsions. Repulsions due to larger size of atoms are called steric repulsions. So due to steric repulsion of the larger chlorine atoms around a single sulfur atom, SCl6 does not exist. समझा ये? If we increase the size of the central atom, then 6 chlorine atoms can be arranged. जैसे SeCl6 can exist because क्या हो किया हमने सेंट्रल एटम का भी साइज बढ़ा दिया. अभी सेंट्रल एटम भी बड़ा हो गया. नाउ 6 क्लोरीन एटम्स कैन बी अरेंज्ड अराउंड अ लार्जर सेलेनियम एटम. Such repulsions are called steric repulsions. एक सेकंड रुकना. SCl6 does not exist, but SeCl6 exists. The reason being, the central atom size has increased. Now chlorine atoms can be arranged around a single selenium atom. आ रहा है समझ में? Definitely SCl6 exists नहीं करा तो SBr6 will also not exist. Definitely as SCl6 does not exist, similarly SBr6 also will not exist. Clear है ये point? Pi5 also does not exist. Same reason. Phosphorus pentaiodide does not exist. PCl5 exists. Even PBr5 is known, but Pi5 is not known. Run करूं? Previous slide क्या देखना है? जल्दी देखो. हो गया? ये वाला पेज कंप्लीट करो. नेक्स्ट देखो, there is no such specific conditions. You need to, the condition is, सोचो कि logically सोचो, if central atom is small, तो larger atoms cannot be arranged. अगर larger atoms arrange करने जाओगे तो repulsion आ जाएगा. But central atom का भी size बड़ा कर दो तो larger atoms can be arranged around the larger central atom. समझ रहा है आदित्य? Are you getting what I am saying, Aditya? We don't know on our own. ठीक है? We don't know it on our own. ठीक, only experimentally we know that some molecules may exist or some molecules may not exist. हमें अपने आप देख के फॉर्मूला देख के नहीं समझेगा, ठीक है? बट वी कैन ओनली कंपेयर. ठीक है, हम लॉजिकली बस कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. जैसे SF6 और SCl6 में we can definitely say that the chlorine-chlorine repulsions will be more than the fluorine-fluorine repulsions. Whether SCl6 exists or does not exist, that can be determined only experimentally. तो हम लॉजिकली बस कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, ये विरोक क्या क्या टार्टरिक एसिड कहां से आया, कुछ भी. लेट्स नॉट बी टॉक अबाउट irrelevant things. There is no context of tartaric acid here. स्टेरिक, स्टेरिक, टार्टरिक नहीं, स्टेरिक रिपल्शन बोला मैंने. स्टेरिक रिपल्शंस बहुत जगह होता है, बहुत सारे मॉलिक्यूल्स में स्टेरिक रिपल्शंस होते हैं. ठीक है, इट्स अ वेरी कॉमनली अकरिंग फिनोमेनन, बहुत जगह यूज करेंगे. तो सिमिलरली वी कैन से दैट similarly Pi5 does not exist because of iodine being larger in size. Larger iodine atoms cannot be arranged around a single phosphorus atom. ठीक है, कुछ और क्वेश्चंस देखो in the same lines. Cl3 minus, Br3 minus, I3 minus exist, but F3 minus does not exist. Explain why. ठीक है, the reason is, let us consider X3 minus, where X is equal to chlorine or bromine or iodine. ठीक है, let us draw its structure. It has got a linear shape where we'll have 3 lone pairs on the central atoms as well as 3 lone pairs on the each of the surrounding atoms. The central atom has a negative charge. In these molecules, central atom has expanded octet. The central halogen has expanded octet. And fluorine cannot expand its octet. Fluorine being a second period element cannot expand its octet. Therefore, F3 minus cannot exist. As fluorine is a second period atom, it cannot expand its octet. Hence, F3 minus cannot exist. Clear है ये? Similarly, we can say that NCl5 does not exist. Nitrogen cannot expand its octet. ठीक है, OH6 और OH4 does not exist. Same logic. OF6, OF4 does not exist. Clear है ये? Because oxygen cannot expand its octet, nitrogen cannot expand its octet. FCl3 cannot exist. Fluorine cannot expand its octet. Done करूं? एक और similar question देखो. On the similar lines. PCl5, SF4, SF6 do exist. They are stable molecules. But PH5, SH4, SH6 do not exist. Explain why. The reason is not because of inability to expand octet. Phosphorus, sulfur can expand their octet, but still they cannot form hypervalent compounds with hydrogen. Okay. Hypervalent compounds are generally formed by using the d orbitals on the central atom. Which are normally of higher energy. Only in presence of highly electronegative atoms or high electronegativity atoms, only in presence of atoms of high electronegativity as surrounding atoms, only मत लिखो, in presence of atoms of high electronegativity as surrounding atoms, ब्रैकेट में लिख लो oxygen or halogens. The central atom becomes electron deficient. PCl5 की बात करेंगे. Phosphorus bonded to 5 chlorine atoms. Chlorine is more electronegative than phosphorus. Chlorine atoms पे delta minus होगा. It will result in a significant delta positive charge on phosphorus atom. The More electronegative atom will pull electrons towards itself, resulting in partial negative charge on the chlorine atoms and partial positive charge on the phosphorus atom. The phosphorus atoms becomes electron deficient. The central atom becomes electron deficient. This electron deficient atom has stronger attraction for its own electrons. Resulting in contraction of its orbitals. Resulting in contraction of its orbitals. Okay. The stronger attraction for its own electrons results in, okay, this electron deficient atom has stronger attraction for its own electrons, and this results in a contraction of its orbitals. Contraction का मतलब होगा क्या? कोई एक बार नेक्स्ट पेज में मुझे एक्सप्लेन करने दो. Normally, the d orbitals are of higher energies. They are larger in size. They are away from the nucleus. They are of higher energies. What happens when the phosphorus atom, the central atom, becomes electron deficient? It will result in attraction for its electrons strongly. The orbital shrinks. The orbital electrons get closer to the nucleus. The energy decreases. Orbital shrinks or contracts. Its energy is lowered. And now it can take part in bonding. ठीक है, ये नोट कर लो एक बार. अभी मैं पूरा पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूं. होता क्या, व्हेन हैलोजेंस और ऑक्सीजन आर प्रेजेंट एज सराउंडिंग एटम्स, it will result in the central atom becoming electron deficient. The central atom will attract its electrons, its orbitals, electrons more strongly towards the nucleus, resulting in shrinking of orbitals or contraction of orbitals. These contracted orbitals will be of lower energy. तो नॉर्मली डी ऑर्बिटल्स की एनर्जी काफी ज्यादा होती है एस और पी से. आउटर मोस्ट एस और आउटर मोस्ट पी ऑर्बिटल से एनर्जीज कंपेयर करेंगे तो आउटर मोस्ट डी ऑर्बिटल्स की एनर्जी आउटर मोस्ट एस और पी से ज्यादा होती है. Those d orbitals cannot take part in hybridization, cannot take part in bond formation. But only in case of an electronegative atom such as halogen or an oxygen bonded to surrounding, bonded as a surrounding atom to the central atom. In presence of electronegative atoms, the energy of the outermost d orbitals is lowered, and then only they can take part in bond formation, and then only hypervalent species can be formed. So we can say that hypervalent species are formed only with halogens or oxygen as surrounding atoms. If hydrogen atom is present as surrounding atom, it will not result in contraction of d orbitals. Then in that case, the d orbitals will not be able to take part in bond formation. And then in that case, hypervalent species will not form. Clear है ये point? आ रहा है समझ में? नोट कर लो जल्दी से. नेक्स्ट देखो, so we'll write this point. Hypervalent species can only be formed if central atom belongs to period greater than equal to 3 and surrounding atom is oxygen or halogens. Only highly electronegative surrounding atoms can result in contraction of d orbitals and make them suitable for taking part in bond formation. Hypervalent species cannot be formed with hydrogen as surrounding atom. Thus, SH6, SH4, PH5, etc. cannot exist. क्लियर है ये? ठीक है, ये प्रीवियस स्लाइड एक बार कॉपी कर लो फटाफट. हो गया अवंती, इज इट डन? ये भी कंप्लीट करो जल्दी. ये नोट कर लिया है? दिस पेज नोटेड डाउन? ठीक है. Next, we'll study about resonance in chemical bonding. Simply लिखो resonance. Next, we'll talk about resonance. ठीक है, यहाँ पे पहले रेजोनेंस क्या है ये एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. There are many molecules can have two or more valid Lewis structures. And none of them can explain the actual structure completely. The actual bond parameters of the molecule completely. Let us consider an example of the benzene molecule. Benzene molecular formula is C6H6. If we draw Lewis structures, we draw its Lewis structure as having 3 alternate single bonds and 3 alternate double bonds. Suppose we number the carbon atoms present as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can think of 2 different structures which seem almost identical, but they're different only in their positions of the pi bonds present. Another Lewis structure for benzene is the structure in which we have pi bond between C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5, C6. So these structures are different only in the relative positions of the pi bonds. So as per either of these 3 structures, these 2 structures, there are 3 carbon-carbon double bonds and 3 carbon-carbon single bonds. Okay. As per either 1 or 2, there are 3 carbon-carbon double bonds and 3 carbon-carbon single bonds. ठीक है, याद करो कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड का बॉन्ड लेंथ हमने निकाला था. कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड लेंथ ऑफ कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड in ethene, it is around 1.33 angstrom, and bond length of carbon carbon single bond in ethane, तो single bond का bond length is around 1.54 angstrom. Bond length in benzene, is 1.4 angstrom, and all carbon carbon bond lengths are found to be equal. In benzene, all carbon carbon bond lengths are equal. Experimentally, we can study the bond lengths. All carbon carbon bond lengths are equal and have a value of are same and is equal to 1.4 angstrom. तो ध्यान से देखना, as per the structure 1 or the structure 2, there are 3 single bonds and 3 double bonds. But benzene के all 6 carbon bonds. Benzene has 6 carbon carbon bonds: C1, C2, C2, C3, C3, C4, C4, C5, C5, C6. There are 6 carbon carbon bonds. All the 6 carbon carbon bonds are found to be experimentally of the same bond length. Experimentally, सबका bond length is around 1.4 angstrom, and this bond length is greater than that of double bond. डबल बॉन्ड का बॉन्ड लेंथ कितना है 1.33, but lesser than that of single bond. So actual carbon-carbon bond length in benzene is neither equal to the bond length of a double bond nor equal to the bond length of a double bond, but somewhere between the bond length of a single bond and a double bond. And all the 6 bonds are identical, having the same bond length 1.4 angstrom. But as per either of these structures 1 and 2, there should be 3 shorter bonds, 3 double bonds, and 3 longer bonds, okay, because of the 3 single bonds. So we can say that neither 1 or 2, neither structures 1 nor 2 can explain the actual bond parameters of benzene molecule, can explain the actual structure of the benzene molecule. So neither of them is the actual structure of benzene molecule. In such cases, the actual structure is taken as an average of the different structures drawn. Okay, the actual structure, the benzene molecule, is an average of the 2 Lewis structures drawn, is a hybrid of the 2 Lewis structures drawn. ठीक है, ये नोट कर लो, मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में कंटिन्यू करता हूँ. आ रहा है समझ में जो पॉइंट डिस्कस कर रहा हूं मैं, वट एवर आई एम डिस्कसिंग? टर्न करूं पेज? In such cases, the actual structure is best represented by an hybrid of the different Lewis structures. एक सेकंड रुकना. By an hybrid of the different Lewis structures. यहाँ पे देखो बेंजीन के लिए हम कैसा ड्रॉ करते हैं. The hybrid structure is drawn like this. The pi bonds being represented by dotted lines. Suppose we write this as structure 3. We say that the structures 1 and 2 are called resonating structures. The different Lewis structures which we draw are called resonating structures or canonical forms. Resonating structure short में RS लिखेंगे, और canonical forms. And the structure 3 is called the resonance hybrid. Okay. It is between two resonating structures that we draw a double-headed arrow. It does not represent any reaction between 1 and 2. Actually, the two resonating structures are not the actual structures. It is the resonance hybrid that is the actual structure of the molecule. Two resonating structures are two possible valid Lewis structures, neither of which is sufficient to explain all the features of a molecule on its own. It is with the help of all the Lewis structures, all the different resonating structures, that the actual structure can be explained. The actual molecule will be best explained by a hybrid of the different resonating structures, and the hybrid is called resonance hybrid. We say that the resonating structures are hypothetical, whereas the resonance hybrid is the actual structure. Resonating structures are hypothetical. The resonance hybrid is the actual molecule, is the actual structure. ठीक है, नोट कर लो ये. याद करो, हमने एक टर्म पढ़ा था, बॉन्ड ऑर्डर. बॉन्ड ऑर्डर रिप्रेजेंट्स द नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड्स बिटवीन टू एटम्स. ठीक है, तो किसी भी लुईस स्ट्रक्चर के लिए हम बॉन्ड ऑर्डर्स निकाल सकते हैं, बट हाइब्रिड के लिए बॉन्ड ऑर्डर कैसे निकालेंगे? फॉर अ मॉलिक्यूल दैट शोज रेजोनेंस, बॉन्ड ऑर्डर इन द रेजोनेंस हाइब्रिड इज कैलकुलेटेड एज द एवरेज बॉन्ड ऑर्डर. ठीक है, ये नोट कर लो, मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में लिखाता हूँ. पेज टर्न करूं क्या? For hybrid, we calculate average bond order as below. Bond order is equal to total number of bonds upon number of resonating structures. ठीक है, bond order is equal to number of bonds upon number of resonating structures. Let me explain this here again. Let us draw the two structures, resonating structures of benzene, and then calculate the average bond order for the different carbon-carbon bonds in the benzene molecule. These are the two resonating structures, and this is the resonance hybrid. Suppose we mark the carbon atoms as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say that bond order of C1, C2 bond. Okay? Bond order of C1, C2 bond. As per the structure 1, there is a double bond. And as per the structure 2, there is a single bond. This is structure 1. This is structure 2. As per the structure 2, the bond order between C1 and C2 will be 1. C1 C2 bond is a single bond in the structure 2, but C1 C2 bond is a double bond in the structure 1. तो total number of bonds, first structure में 2 bonds है, second structure में 1 bond है, and total number of structures is 2. The bond order is 3/2. It will be same for all the carbon-carbon bonds. Bond order of C2 C3 will remain same. C2 C3 structure 1 में single bond है, structure 2 में double bond है. 1 + 2/2 3/2. ठीक है, which is equal to the bond order of all carbon-carbon bonds. So we can say that bond order of all carbon-carbon bonds is 3/2 in benzene. ठीक है, which is greater than 1 but less than 2. So bond order is greater than 1, less than 2. Therefore, bond length will be shorter than that of a single bond, but greater than that of a double bond. Okay, and that is also shown by the experimental results. Okay, bond length is inversely proportional to bond order. Bond length is inversely related to bond order. किया हमने, जितना ज़्यादा bond order उतना कम bond length. यही पॉइंट ध्यान में रखेंगे. बॉन्ड ऑर्डर अगर ज्यादा होगा तो बॉन्ड लेंथ कम होगा. तो सिंगल बॉन्ड का बॉन्ड लेंथ 1.4 एंगस्ट्रॉम, बेंजीन का बॉन्ड लेंथ 1.4 एंगस्ट्रॉम, और कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड का बॉन्ड लेंथ 1.33 एंगस्ट्रॉम. तो डेफिनेटली द बॉन्ड लेंथ in benzene is less than that of a single bond and more than that of a double bond, which is best explained by the resonance hybrid, by the average bond order of carbon-carbon bonds, and not by any of the resonating structures. Clear है ये? Is it clear? आ रहा है समझ में सबको? तो बेंजीन में 3 पाई बॉन्ड्स हैं. बेंजीन में 6 पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं. बेंजीन हैज 6 पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, एंड दिस 6 पाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स are actually uniformly distributed between all the 6 carbon atoms. तो इसलिए इसको डॉटेड लाइन से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं. Always in resonance hybrid, the pi bonds are represented by dotted lines. It represents electrons of the pi bond are distributed, uniformly distributed or delocalized. We use a term called as delocalization. Okay. We say that resonance involves delocalization of pi bonds. Resonance involves delocalization of pi electrons. ये नोट कर लो, मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में कंटिन्यू करता हूं. We say that resonance involves delocalization of pi electrons, and often it involves delocalization in parallel p orbitals. क्या है ये एक्सप्लेन करता हूं मैं. delocalization of electrons in parallel p orbitals. Understanding the structure of benzene molecule. Benzene molecule, each carbon is sp2 hybridized. Each carbon is sp2 hybridized. On each of these carbon atoms, we have an unhybrid p orbital, a p orbital that has not taken part in hybridization. All these p orbitals are parallel to each other, and they give overlap such that electrons are uniformly distributed in all the 6 p orbitals. So parallel p orbitals का overlap होगा. ठीक है, and the overlap is such that, ठीक है, electrons get uniformly distributed between all the 6 parallel p orbitals. It is the presence of parallel p orbitals that causes resonance. The resonance is due to presence of parallel p orbitals on adjacent atoms. Whenever we have parallel orbitals on adjacent atoms, it results in resonance. Sometimes d orbitals may also take part in resonance. Very rarely, but sometimes d orbitals, mostly for third period or fourth period elements, even d orbitals may take part in resonance. ठीक है? So conditions for resonance we can write presence of parallel p orbitals on adjacent atoms results in resonance, causes resonance. ठीक है? We can write this point. Presence of parallel p orbitals on adjacent atoms causes resonance, causes delocalization. ठीक है? Sometimes d orbitals also, ब्रैकेट में लिख सकते हो, और d orbitals. ठीक है, इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट केस देखो, lone pair on an atom next to a pi bond takes part in resonance a lone pair on an atom next to a pi bond takes part in resonance. It occupies a p orbital and hence is not counted in steric number. It is not counted in steric number for hybridization calculations. ये नोट कर लो, मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं. A lone pair on an atom next to a pi bond takes part in resonance. It occupies a p orbital and hence it is not counted in steric number for determining hybridization. An example is CH2 double bond CH bonded to NH2 nitrogen having a lone pair. ठीक है, अभी इसका स्टेरिक नंबर निकालेंगे, तो स्टेरिक नंबर should have been 3 sigma bonds plus 1 lone pair, but we'll write it as 3 plus 0. This lone pair takes part in resonance. कैसे resonance में participate कर रहा है मैं explain करता हूँ. It is not counted in steric number. It occupies a p orbital. The hybridization of this nitrogen is sp2. ठीक है, ये नोट कर लो, मैं नेक्स्ट पेज में एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ हाउ डज दिस लोन पेयर टेक्स पार्ट इन रेजोनेंस. बस थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा, 2 मिनट. टर्न करूं? बस ये एक डायग्राम देख लो बस। CH2 CH and NH2. There is a pi bond on bilateral overlap of p orbitals, and the lone pair is actually present in a p orbital such that the orbitals become parallel and it results in resonance, delocalization of electrons in parallel p orbitals results in resonance. ठीक है, आज के लिए हम इतना ही करते हैं। विल कंटिन्यू विथ, आज का कुछ होमवर्क नहीं दे रहा हूं मैं, ठीक है। विल कंटिन्यू विथ रेजोनेंस, बैक बॉन्ड, बनाना बॉन्ड, ये 3 चीजें हम नेक्स्ट टाइम खत्म करने की कोशिश करते हैं, एंड देन आई विल गिव यू फर्दर होमवर्क, ठीक है। चलो, थैंक यू एवरीवन। Have a good day.